Unit 8, Plants. In this video, we will cover plant structure, focusing mostly on the endodermis, auxin, photoperiodism, biological clocks, and sink and sources of sugar. Let's start with the endodermis. The endodermis is the innermost layer of the cortex, and it regulates the flow of materials between the cortex and vascular tissues. It also contains the Casparian strip, which acts as a selective barrier that regulates the uptake of water and minerals by the roots. This outermost layer is called the epidermis, and this inner dark brown layer is called the cortex. These blue barriers represent the Casparian strip. The light brown center represents the vascular system, and the ring around it represents the endodermis. Minerals that reach the endodermis by the apoplast are blocked by the Casparian strip and the walls of each endodermal cell. The strip is a belt of suberin, a waxy material that is impervious to water and dissolved minerals. Therefore, the endodermis, with its Casparian strip, ensures that no minerals reach the vascular tissue of the root without crossing a selectively permeable plasma membrane. Let's move on to auxin. Auxin is a plant hormone produced in the stem tip that promotes cell elongation. It moves laterally away from light and becomes concentrated on the shaded side, causing curvature in the plant. Our next topic is photoperiodism. Photoperiodism is a physiological response to photoperiod, the environmental stimulus that plants use to respond to changes of season. Short-day plants require a light period shorter than critical or night length. An example is a poinsettia. Long day plants require a light period longer than critical length. An example is a radish. Neutral day plants flower regardless of day length when they reach a certain stage of maturity. An example is a cucumber. red light is the most effective color in interrupting the nighttime portion of the photoperiod, and phytochrome is the active pigment. Some plants require a single exposure to the appropriate photoperiod, but others may require several successive days of the appropriate photoperiod. There are also some plants that only respond to photoperiod if pre-treated by another environmental stimulus, such as temperature. Let's move on to biological clocks. A biological clock is an innate mechanism that controls the physiological activities of an organism that change on a regular cycle. Circadian rhythms are physiological cycles with a frequency of about a day that are not directly affected by a known environmental variable. If an organism is kept in a constant environment, its circadian rhythms deviate to free-running periods of about 21 to 27 hours. This does not mean that the biological clocks drift erratically, but that they are not synchronized with the outside world. Our last topic is sinks and sources of sugar. A sugar source is a plant organ, such as mature leaves, in which sugar is being produced by either photosynthesis or the breakdown of starch. A sugar sink is an organ, such as growing roots, shoots, or fruit, that is a net consumer or store of sugar. Organ may be either a sink or source depending on the season. In the summer, it can stockpile carbohydrates as a source. After breaking dormancy, it can become a sink as it breaks down the starch, which is carried in the phloem to the shoot system. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video was helpful.